Your self love revolution starts the second you stop waiting for permission. Welcome back to the Soft Girl Era podcast, where we empower and inspire Black professionals, business leaders, and entrepreneurs to step into their power with grace and unapologetic authenticity. I'm your host, LeAnne Dolce, pronounced Dolce, like sweet softness whispered in French. And today I had the extraordinary privilege of sitting down with Felicia Taylor, a visionary whose message is shaking up the way we think about success, self worth, and survival. Felicia is out here changing lives, reminding us that the greatest revolution we can lead starts within. Her work is making the world a better place by teaching us that loving ourselves first isn't selfish, it's sacred. And today I'm sharing the powerful insights from our conversation in a way that I hope will move you, challenge you, and maybe even set you free. So let's talk about something we don't say enough. No matter what, love you first. I know you've heard it before: self love, self care, bubble baths, and affirmations. But here's the thing: Felicia Taylor didn't just say it like a hashtag, she said it like a lifeline. Like the kind of truth that stops you mid scroll and makes you put your phone down. Because when you're a Black woman navigating boardrooms, building businesses, raising families, and holding down entire communities, loving yourself first isn't a luxury. It's survival, it's strategy. It's the foundation of every empire you're trying to build. And yet we've been conditioned to put ourselves last, to wear the cape, to grind until we're unrecognizable, to say yes when our bodies are screaming no. We've been taught that softness is weakness, that rest is laziness, that boundaries are rude. But Felicia's message flips all of that. She's saying, what if the most powerful thing you could do is prioritize your own love, your own energy, your own peace? What if that's not just okay? What if that's the key? During our interview, Felicia Taylor shared three core truths that I want every single one of you listening to tattoo on your heart. First, prioritize your self love as your greatest asset. Not your network, not your hustle, not your degrees or your accolades, your self love. Because when you love yourself first, every decision you make, from bootstrapping a business to leading a team to choosing your investors, comes from a place of power, not desperation. Second, build founding teams with aligned values. Surround yourself with people who share your passion for self love and innovation, people who amplify your energy, not drain it. And third, balance your personal life fiercely. Investor alignment and financial savvy matter, sure, but they come second to protecting your energy and well being. Because what's the point of building an empire if you're too burned out to enjoy it? Now, I want to bring this to life with some real stories, stories of Black women who embodied Felicia Taylor's message and turned self love into empire building triumphs. These aren't fairy tales, these are receipts. Let me tell you about Simone Brown. Simone is a Black fintech innovator and the founder of Credit Bloom, a platform empowering underserved Black communities with accessible credit building tools. She's based in Atlanta, right in the thick of that competitive fintech scene. But Simone's journey wasn't smooth. She faced investor bias. She was juggling single motherhood. She was scaling a business during an economic downturn, and she was burning out hard. But here's where Felicia Taylor's message comes in. Simone committed to daily self love rituals, therapy, boundary setting. She chose to bootstrap her business to retain control before seeking funding. She poured love into her vision, starting with free workshops for Black women entrepreneurs. And guess what? She gained traction organically, sustainable growth, investor interest on her terms. She bootstrapped to 10,000 users in 2 years and secured a $2 million seed round while maintaining 51% ownership. 51%. She didn't give her power away. She revolutionized credit access for over 50,000 Black families and inspired a wave of self funded Black led fintechs. That's what happens when you love yourself first. That's what happens when you refuse to compromise your peace for someone else's timeline. That's what happens when you understand that your energy, your vision, your time, they're not negotiable. Simone didn't wait for permission. She didn't wait for validation. She loved herself enough to build on her own terms, and the world met her there. Then there's Aisha Jenkins. Aisha is a Black serial entrepreneur and co founder of WealthGuard AI, a pensions tech firm using artificial intelligence for equitable retirement planning. She's based in Chicago, and her story hits different. Aisha was dealing with team misalignments and work life imbalance that threatened her health during rapid scaling. Post divorce in 2018, she had to rebuild, and she did it by loving her worth first. She launched solo, then handpicked co founders who shared her values. She audited her circle. She enforced love first boundaries like no meetings Fridays so she could recharge. And the result? Harmonious team dynamics, a lucrative acquisition. She developed AI agents serving 100,000 users and sold to a major consultancy for $15 million in 2025. 15 million. That's what happens when you protect your peace and build with intention. That's what happens when you refuse to let anyone, not investors, not co founders, not even your own ambition, steal your joy. Aisha understood something that most of us are still learning. You can't pour from an empty cup, and you can't build a legacy on burnout. She chose herself, and the universe rewarded her for it. And let's talk about Nia Thompson. Nia is a Black business leader behind Thrive Pensions, a developer platform for underserved pension segments. Operating in London's fintech hub, she faced gender and racial barriers in funding. She was working 80-hour weeks and running on fumes. But Nia chose self love over grind culture. She built deliberately. She aligned investors with her vision and prioritized wellness to sustain innovation. From a 2019 side hustle amid corporate toxicity, she reached Mercer level scale in 3 years, with AI tools adopted by over 20 funds. Her company was acquired, and she transformed pensions access for Black communities while sparking self love movements in UK fintech. That's what happens when you refuse to sacrifice yourself for success. That's what happens when you understand that your well being is not a luxury, it's a prerequisite. Nia didn't wait until she was successful to start loving herself. She loved herself first, and success followed. These women, Simone, Aisha, Nia, they're living proof of what Felicia Taylor is teaching us. That self love isn't soft, it's strategic. It's the difference between building something that lasts and burning out before you even get started. But here's the part that gets me. We know this deep down, we know we need to love ourselves first. So why don't we? Why do we keep running ourselves into the ground? Why do we keep saying yes when we mean no? Why do we keep pouring from empty cups? Because we've been taught that our worth is tied to our productivity, that rest is something we have to earn, that softness is a luxury we can't afford. But Felicia Taylor is here to tell you that's a lie, a dangerous, soul crushing lie. And it's time to unlearn it. So, what does Felicia Taylor want you to do differently? She gave us a challenge, and I'm passing it on to you. Audit your week, carve out one non negotiable hour daily for self love. Meditate, journal, walk, do something that fills your cup before you do anything for anyone else. And then evaluate your circle. Keep only those who amplify your energy. Let go of the people who drain you, guilt you, or make you feel small because your energy is currency and you don't owe anyone access to it. And how does Felicia Taylor want you to feel? Empowered, seen, fiercely ready. Like self love is your secret weapon for unstoppable success because it is. I want you to imagine something with me. Imagine waking up every day and choosing yourself first, not in a selfish way, but in a sacred way. Imagine building a business, a career, a life that doesn't require you to sacrifice your peace. Imagine surrounding yourself with people who celebrate your softness, not exploit your strength. Imagine saying no without guilt and yes, without resentment. Imagine loving yourself so deeply that rejection doesn't shake you, failure doesn't define you, and success doesn't own you. That's the soft girl era. That's what Felicia Taylor is inviting us into, a lifestyle rebellion, a deep exhale from the Superwoman script, a quiet but powerful return to softness, rest, self trust, and radical joy. And here's the truth: you don't have to wait for permission. You don't have to wait until you've achieved more, earned more, or proven more. You can start right now, today, this moment. You can choose to love yourself first, no matter what, because the world will always ask more of you. The world will always want you to shrink, to hustle, to perform. But you get to decide that your love for yourself is non-negotiable. You get to decide that your peace is protected. You get to decide that your softness is strength. Felicia Taylor is out here doing the work, making the world a better place by reminding us that we are worthy of our own love. And I'm so grateful for her wisdom, her fire, and her truth. Here's what I need you to understand: this isn't just about feeling good, this is about survival, this is about legacy. This is about building something that outlasts you, something that your children, your community, your industry can point to and say, she did that, and she did it without losing herself. You are not required to set yourself on fire to keep others warm. You are not required to shrink so others can feel comfortable. You are not required to apologize for taking up space, for setting boundaries, for choosing peace over performance. This is your permission slip. This is your invitation. This is your moment. So here's my challenge to you: take Felicia Taylor's message and run with it. Audit your week, protect your energy, love yourself first, and watch how everything shifts. Watch how your business grows. Watch how your relationships deepen. Watch how your joy returns because no matter what, love you first. That's not just a mantra, that's a movement, and you're leading it. Stop waiting for the world to give you permission to rest. Stop waiting for the perfect moment to choose yourself. Stop waiting for someone else to validate your worth. You are enough right now, as you are: flawed, tired, brilliant, and beautiful. Your self love revolution starts the second you stop waiting for permission. It starts the moment you decide that your peace is worth protecting. It starts when you look in the mirror and say, I choose me, not because I'm selfish, but because I'm sacred. So go, audit your week, protect your energy, love yourself first. Build your empire on the foundation of self love and watch the world rise to meet you. This is the soft girl era. This is your time. This is your revolution. Now go lead it.